Sejam bem-vindos a mais um episódio da rubrica Entrevistas Leonino. Como podem ver na imagem, hoje tenho comigo Luke Smith. Luke representou o voleibol do Sporting, fez parte da equipa que foi campeã nacional mais de 20 anos depois. O Luke percebe minimamente português, mas para uma questão de facilidade na entrevista, vamos fazê-la em inglês. Luke, hello. First of all, thank you a lot for accepting our invitation. I would like to start to ask you, before we talk about the time that you were in Sporting, this weekend, the playoffs of the national championship starts, and Sporting is going to play against Benfica. You played a few times against Benfica with João Rocha, completely full. How was to live that moment?
Oh, very special memories. Some of the highlights of my career in terms of atmosphere that the fans and the stadium at João Rocha produced. And it was only Benfica games. We play any other team and we have good fans there, the loyal, passionate fans. But when it was Benfica derby, it was some of the craziest, most vibrant atmospheres I've played in my career. And so I really have fond memories of these battles, especially in the finals of the season I played with Sporting. When it's Benfica, it's business. This is the biggest games of the year, and the players are energized, and the crowd and the fans at João Rocha always really help jump a little extra, play a little harder. Yeah, the energy is crazy there. I definitely miss it.
I remember that fifth game in João Rocha. It was a really tough game. You said that atmosphere. It was, you said in recent interviews that was one of the best of your career. How do you think that without the crowds in the stands, it would be possible to win that match, or otherwise the fans had a great importance in that type of match?
There's something really miraculous about sport, and that is the home team advantage. It can't completely be explained, but I don't think, like scientifically maybe, but it's a trend that is so clear, and that is when you have the whole support of the fans, and they are loud, and they're the energy, the players feel this. They get some extra motivation, and it helps them focus. Whereas if you are against the home team and the crowd is against you, you can feel this also, and this makes you nervous. So it has a two-way of working. So it can help levitate the home team, definitely helps them feel more confident, feel more calm to play their best, and it definitely can shake up the visiting team. So yeah, right now in this world with this new COVID season, you're really seeing, from my personal experience, the home advantage start to disappear. There's no teams that are able to perform very well in an away match because there's not so much atmosphere. So now it comes down more to, I think, without the big influence that I believe in from the crowds and the energy the fans provide, now it comes more down to the players' individually ability to focus on doing their job to the best.
Look, I don't know if you followed the Portuguese volleyball. You play recently against Sporting, but we'll talk about that. But in the last 2-3 years since the title that you were part of, Benfica has been dominating the Portuguese volleyball. But in the last weekend, Sporting stopped. Yeah, they won the cup, and Sporting was in a series of 9 consecutive losses against Benfica. Do you think that could be very important to the playoffs that is starting now?
That is really huge. I was following it. I still have friends in the Sporting team this season, and after meeting them earlier this year with the Euro Cup, we've stayed in contact, and I have been keeping track. Maybe not so much of the regular season, but come playoffs, I still get all the posts from my old friends, and I congratulated my friends like João Fidalgo, the Lembrou for Sporting, for the amazing work that they did in the Super Cup, because I'm aware that Benfica have been dominating for the last seasons. And yeah, it's so important for the team of Sporting to believe after all these losses, it can affect psychology, where after a while of losing consistently, players may stop to believe that it's possible to overtake a team that's playing so well. So this Super Cup before the championships is amazing. It's such a perfect time, and you can see that the big players will show up at the important moments. So even if you lose all the time to Benfica in the regular season, when it's time to play in the important moments, the Super Cup, the championship, this is the best example that will not only give the Sporting players confidence and belief that they will absolutely be able to win this coming championship, and to have the Super Cup victory just before the championship is perfect timing. And also on the flip side of that, Benfica are now worried. They are now scared because they can win all the easy games in the regular season, but their first opportunity in a high pressure situation, Sporting won. Sporting showed their lion heart, and they will be fearful coming into this championship for sure.
Look, you were in Sporting just for one season, but you talk, and we are seeing this here. You talk about Sporting with so much passion. What did you felt that in Sporting was special? How was to be here for 1 year?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I do have a strong passion and pride for the fact that I was a Leo, and we had a great success in the first season, starting the volleyball team again. I was really proud to be part of this project that Miguel Maya brought me in to the team and the project. And yeah, we had a miraculous season, and the fact that we won and we finished strong by beating Benfica, it still is one of my most fond memories of my volleyball career. Because like the team this year, we lost early in the season, regular season, but then when it was the playoffs, that's when we were at our best and ready to play. And so how I felt in the club was very satisfied. Everything in the club was of a high level, of a Sporting club, as you would expect with a club so big like Sporting. But yeah, I really loved the support and the energy you would feel when you're at João Roca, and how much the people of Portugal really were passionate and supported their football teams and sport in general. So it was a very passionate time of my life, where I felt all the energy from the fans and from the whole country almost. Okay, maybe not so much the Benfica fans, but no, I think it's a celebration of sport at the highest level. And this is bringing people together where you feel part of like unity and a sense of family when you are part of a club like Sporting.
Look, you said that the team was in the north of the country in that season, and you talk about the importance of that. Can you explain us a little bit why you felt that and the whole team felt that?
Yeah, so we weren't in Lisbon, which was interesting. We were in Espinho in the first season, but even then, we would have a restaurant that would open their doors for us in Espinho. We'd have the fresh seafood, the beautiful Portuguese food, and we'd be part of the larger Sporting family, even though we weren't even in Lisbon. So yeah, that's the beauty of it, is that there was places that will open the doors for us no matter where we were in the country. So you have the little Sporting headquarters all over Portugal. We went to one on Azores. In most cities we played, there was always a warm welcoming for Sporting players with the common goal for success.
I know that this is a difficult question, but can you tell me what teammates do you remember most, or that you have great memories of?
Yes, I have a lot of great friends from this season. When you bond over all the hard work and adversity we went through, and then to realize our potential at the most important moments of that season, these are lifelong friends, because these bonds and experiences you share are forever. So for me, the most memorable ones, I guess the relationships that I've been able to maintain through this volleyball world are guys that I play with or I saw in the national team. So we played Portugal twice now, Australia versus Portugal in the last national team seasons. And I catch up with guys, João Fidalgo, and even some of the players that are no longer with Sporting, but were part of the winning team in Sporting. You know, these are still my strong connections that I follow and that we communicate with. Yeah, it's the bond that we made that will stay with us, and I'll be able, even if we don't see each other for many years, there will be a moment in life where a message or we will see each other on the volleyball world like we did in the Challenge Cup this year. Yeah, that makes this whole journey and part of being a Lion for life, I guess.
Recently, you are in Prague and you played against Sporting. How was that experience? You made a pretty good game, let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm getting a little bit older these days, so my physicality, which was my big strength when I came to Sporting, is stabilizing. I wouldn't say it's going down yet, but maybe I'm not so far from the way down from being so physical like I was when we won the championship. So facing them again was it was unlucky for Sporting, let me say, because I had so much pride in my memory of playing for the Portuguese Lions, that this game was the most motivated and powerful I felt for the whole season so far in the COVID world. The fact that we were playing my old team and a place that I had so much pride and almost nostalgia, it made my personal individual motivation levels. I haven't played like this haven't been so motivated and been able to provide this energy and physicality for a while over the COVID summer. So unfortunately for Sporting, it was that game where we played them before the quarterfinals, I think. Yeah. We saw them in Ukraine. I saw all my old friends, but I called my wife. I said, honey, I am super excited for this game. You will see something special tomorrow because I have so much passion and motivation it's almost to maintain the memory, the beautiful memory I have. That was the motivation driving it, because I love Sporting. I loved all the things that we did with them. And I wanted to make sure that my beautiful memory of the championship and of my performances and contributing to the team was showcased again. So yeah, I went wild that game, unfortunately for Sporting, and we surprised them. I think they were the favorites. You know, we are a pretty new team here in Czech Republic, but we have some strong national team players.
You are in the semi-final of the Challenge Cup.
Yeah, so it was funny because the players here, they were a little bit scared into the Czech team. They were like, oh, Sporting have big players, big Brazilians. They were a little unsure. They didn't know they thought themselves lower than Sporting, but I was like, guys, we can do this. Yes, they are good players. They're a good team. I have a good idea for tactics. I was speaking with the coach how to do our best as a team system to overcome them. And yeah, I was lucky that I was able to perform one of the best games of my career that helped lead my team towards the victory of Sporting, which unfortunately for them was a big upset and quite disappointing. But the team here in Czech, after this turning point against Sporting, where we won as the underdogs, we went on to win the next 2 games and finished in the semi-finals of the Challenge Cup, which is also the first time in history for this club. So unfortunately for Sporting, that was the game where I was going to show up and show my old Lion spirit. And yeah, it was hard to beat them, but it was beautiful to play them and preserve my memory of the time and the energy with Sporting Lisbon.
Look, we are heading to the final questions of our interview. I would like to ask you if, before you came to Sporting, you know the dimension of the club before you arrive in Lisbon.
Very little, actually. I am not a huge football fan. I know more of the Premier League, because of my Australian background. I knew football was big in Europe. I knew there was football clubs that were such huge organizations. But to be honest, I never really knew much about sporting other than maybe I heard that Cristiano Ronaldo was developed there.
And how was your adaptation to Portugal? It was easy? You felt some problems, or it was okay?
It was really good. It was really good. I've been to a lot of countries in my career, all over Europe mainly. At the time when I landed in Sporting those years ago, I had a young baby. She was 1 year old around that time. So my wife and our little baby were settled in Espinho, and to adapt to Portugal as a adopted European, it was really easy, and we really loved. Sure, there were some negative aspects, as there is with every country you go to, but there wasn't a lot, and there was too much more positive experiences. The food, the culture. Yeah, we adapted to the Portuguese lifestyle, which we enjoyed so much. It was definitely one of the highlights of my career in terms of destinations and countries to play in.
Look, one day you would like to return to Sporting. Is that an option? I know in the career of a volleyball player that cannot be exactly planned, but you would consider it?
Yeah, I would definitely consider it if the time is right. You know, in this current world, it's hard. It's pretty crazy. So I have this dream, you know, but I have this dream to, you know, one day return to Portugal, whether that be, if it's for volleyball, 100% it will be for Sporting. No other team would pique my interest, or I would even consider. But I'd love to come back to Portugal just for a holiday, just to visit the old stomping grounds and see the old people, and have go to the restaurant in Espinho where the Sporting base is. And yeah, I will keep it open for now. We are expecting our second child this summer, so when the time is right, if the time is right, then I'll definitely be open to. Hopefully, a door will also be open when the day has come.
Look, to end this interview, I'd like to give you the chance to leave a message to Sporting fans, and if you like, to some of your old colleagues.
Oh, to the Sporting fans, stay passionate and make sure when you're back in the hole, you're making up for all the time over this last year where you haven't been able to give your energy. So stay healthy, stay connected as a family, because that's how the Sporting fan base and community felt like. It felt like a great community of like-minded people with strong passion. So keep this and bring this to the holes when things open up again one day. To my old colleagues and to the team who are about to embark on the championships, they're good players, and the good players are going to show up, and they're going to, I really believe in the ability for players to reach an extra level when they're motivated, when they're connected with each other, and all the hard work they've been putting in. So now is the time to shine, and Benfica will be trembling, because in the important moments over the last week, Sporting won. Sporting came together and put their best, and that's what you will expect from the best players in a great club to do in the championships coming up now.
Luke, thanks a lot for this interview. Despedimos agora também de quem nos acompanhou. Vão poder ver esta entrevista em leonino.pt e nas nossas redes sociais. Estejam connosco, porque em breve teremos mais novidades.